Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Magic School for Teens and Kids. My name is Lorree Appleby, and I am so excited to be here today for my very first class to share with you the Soul Adventure Journey to the Real Me game. So, we're going to be about 30 minutes, roughly. It just depends. And I'm going to share a little bit about me so that you know who I am. I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I know there's kids all over the world and teens all over the world that are part of this beautiful school. And I wish that I had a school like this when I was a little kid or even a teen. I think it really would have helped me. So you guys are really lucky. When I was a kid, I was very sensitive. I had a lot of feelings. And like I said, there was no magic school for me. And there was a lot of sadness in my life. And I felt alone a lot of the time. And I felt like there was maybe even something wrong with me. But I grew up and I learned and I grew and I had lots of different experiences. And I created the Soul Adventure Journey to the Real Me game to help me and to others to connect to my inner magic, to my soul, and to make it easy and fun in a way that I could get messages and have questions answered that other people weren't able to answer for me. And also to help me feel more connected to my soul, to my inner knowing, to that magic within me and within others. And the game is going to be 5 years old this year. And it's helped a lot of people to connect with their inner magic, connect with their soul, and help them with their soul adventures. And what is a soul adventure? You might be wondering. So, a soul adventure is that we came to Earth. We are all multidimensional beings of light, and our soul has had many lifetimes here. We may have come from other planets or stars even. And oftentimes when we come here to Earth as a soul in a body, we don't remember. But sometimes we do, and you might remember where you came from or other lives that you've been. And it's okay if you remember or you don't. But the older we get, oftentimes what happens is we start to forget where we came from. And then eventually, as we get older, then we start to remember again. But there's a lot of kids and teens that are here now and they remember. So if you remember or not, it doesn't matter. It's all perfect. But if you want to share, please do. So, like I said, many souls don't remember, and having these soul adventures, these full experiences in our earth life helps us to remember. And earth life is really the opposite of where we came from, which is oneness. And that's the name of the foundation, the Oneness Foundation. And oneness meaning that we're all connected in love and light, and all our souls are here supporting us and coming from oneness. This helps us to grow. And our souls have missions for coming here to Earth. And we're meant to have all kinds of experiences. And that's why I call them soul adventures. And when we do have these experiences, we learn more about ourselves and about others and about life and how we can make the world a better place and share our magic and our superpowers to help others and help ourselves. So life is like Earth School, I like to call it. We're all students and we're all teachers for each other. And we learn life through the lessons that we have in our relationships with other people and with ourselves. And all these life lessons and these relationships helps us to grow and become wiser like a wizard, right? So there could be many, many reasons and missions for a soul to come here to Earth School, but really it's to have all different types of experiences so that we learn and grow. So they could be happy, sad, scary, angry, powerful experience, all of them. We're supposed to experience all of it. So here on Earth School, it's about opposites. So experiencing opposites, and we all know what opposites are, right? I'll give you a couple examples: good, bad, day, night, right, wrong, heavy, light, happy, sad, cry, laugh, loud, quiet, big, small, up and down. So those are some examples of opposites. And there's many opposites here on Earth. Everything's an opposite, has an opposite. So the ups and downs of our life are what helps us to learn and grow in our soul adventures. So this game gives us a fun and easy way to practice connecting to our soul, to our intuition, and to the wisdom that we have inside of us. So why do we want to take this soul adventure? Well, we are all unique. Everyone is different and unique and special in their own way. And there's only one you, and there's only one me. And we are all here to express ourselves through many different ways. And that means being creative. And it could be so many things like writing, drawing, painting, singing, dancing, building, creating something, rearranging something, making it different and new. It could be taking care of someone or someone else or an animal or a plant. It could be working in nature, gardening, cooking, baking. There's so many ways that we can express ourselves. And our guardians can help us with that. And then we can share our expressions and our gifts and our superpowers with others. So when we access the power of our imagination, that's when we're connected to our soul. And this is the power of play. And that's why I made this into a game, so that we could connect more with play. Now, I know kids know how to play, but oftentimes when we get older, when we're a teen or we become an adult, we forget to play, or we don't play enough. And life gets really serious, and play is one of our superpowers, and pretending is a great way to use our imagination. So play helps us expand our minds, so we can see things from ways that we didn't see it before. And it helps us to explore and come up with new ideas and new ways to express ourselves. This game also helps us to check in with how we feel, right? How we feel. And how we feel is going to give us some more information about what we need to do for ourselves. Sometimes we need some quiet time, or maybe some time in nature, or we need playtime, or something else. And our bodies tell us what we need. Maybe our body's telling us we need rest, or maybe we're feeling bored and we need to do something to activate our imagination. So when we check in and we're not sure, the game can help us with what we need, to help us to give us what we need. So for an example, today, before I began the call, I was feeling a little bit nervous, and it felt like butterflies in my tummy. And that's because I haven't taught magic school before. I haven't taught kids or teens in a long time. I do have children, but they're grown up. And I used to teach teens, but that was a few years ago. So it's been a little while for me. And so what I did was I noticed the feeling of feeling nervous, and I reminded myself that it's okay to feel nervous. And I took some breaths. And I told myself that it's good to do new things, and that kids and teens want to learn about the game, and I'm going to be helping them. And then I felt better. And so what I'd like to do now is to share the game with you, because today we're going to be really just learning what the game's about, learning about the cards. And then on other sessions, we're going to play different games with the game. Okay. So the first game. So the game is actually 3 decks of cards. There's 3 decks of cards. So this is the first one, the compass being cards. So compass meaning, if you've know what a compass is, it helps you find your direction, right? North, south, east, west. And it helps you find your direction. So these cards help you to find where you are, who are you being today, right? Because we are human beings. And so all of these cards all have an affirmation. An affirmation is a powerful sentence. And we all know, or if you don't, words are very powerful. Words are actually like spells that we cast with our magic wands. And I know you all know about magic wands with Gabby, because you maybe have created a magic wand, made one. I have one too. And we can also cast spells with our words, because if we believe it, it becomes true for us, right? So if we say hurtful things, then we don't feel so good. We feel low, we feel hurt, we might feel sad or angry or frustrated. And when we say powerful, positive words, we feel powerful, we feel good, we feel positive, and we raise up our vibes, right? Our vibration, which is that energy that's coming out from us. And it comes also from our heart. And when we're in our heart and we're powerful, this is how we can share that love with ourselves and connect with the magic of who we are. So there's an affirmation on each of these cards, and they invite us to use more powerful words. So we're going to pull a card from this deck, and I'm just shuffling the deck. Because when I shuffle this deck, what I'm doing is I'm connecting to the energy of the cards. And the energy of the cards is connecting to me. And I'm also setting my intention to connect my energy with all of you, whoever's watching this. So what I also like to do is get grounded and centered. So taking some breaths. So I invite you to take a breath with me before I choose a card. And why we do this is so that we bring all of our energy back into our bodies and we get grounded, meaning that we get in our body. Because sometimes when we're like coming back from school or we've had a busy day and we're thinking about a lot of things and we're not really present. But when we play the soul adventure game, it's important to be present with our energy and with ourself and with our body. So I like to, is a cool thing I learned about breathing. So you can pretend that you're cooling off a hot pizza. So if you like pizza, I like pizza. Sometimes when you first get it, it's hot. It's too hot to eat. And you have to blow on it to cool it off. So what you do is you take a nice big breath in through your nose. And then you blow it out through your mouth, blowing off, cooling off the pizza. And when you're breathing in and then blowing out, what happens is your body becomes more relaxed and you start to feel more present in your body, right? And so it's just a good way to connect. Another way you can do is to put your hand on your heart and breathe. And just focus your energy and your attention on your breath, on your heart, and tuning within, bringing your attention from outside and bringing it inside. So now that we've done that, I'm going to choose a card. And so this card may mean something different to each of you. And that's okay, because we are, like I said, we are all different. We are all unique, just like we're all the same, right? Unique and different in the same, two opposites, right? And we are both. Just like we are, sometimes we're happy and sometimes we're sad. Sometimes it's day, sometimes it's night. We are here experiencing opposites. So what I'm doing is I'm listening to feel when it feels right to choose the card. And that's just a sense I get. Okay, so I got the sense, I got the feeling. Ooh, and I got the card. So this card says, I am truth. I am in touch with the true nature of my soul and the world around me. I am truth. So you just heard me say that. How does that feel in your body? Put your hand on your heart. And I'm going to say this again. You can close your eyes if you like, and you don't have to put your hand on your heart. I invite you to help you to connect to your soul, to help you to connect to your truth, because your truth might be different than my truth, or another kid's or teen's truth, or another person's truth. Because we're all different, we all have different truths. Sometimes they're the same, but sometimes they're not. So I invite you to put your hand on your heart and take a breath and listen to the words, these powerful words. I am in touch with the true nature of my soul and the world around me. I am truth. So what does it feel like to be truth? Feel it in your heart. Maybe you see it in your mind's eye. Maybe there's a vision that you're seeing. There's no wrong way to sense how this feels for you, because we all use our senses in different ways. So you might see it, you might feel it, you might know it. There's all different ways. And we're using our feeling and our visioning senses mainly for these practices. But sometimes it's just a knowing. We don't even know how we know it. We just know it. So another thing we can do with these cards is ask questions. And that's what we'll do on another call, another class. But today we're going to go to the next group of cards. So the next group of cards are called the chakra locator cards. So chakras, if you don't know, are energy centers. So we're all made up of energy, and we have hundreds of chakras all over our body. And there's 7 main chakras, these 7 main energy centers that are different parts of our body, but they actually run along our spine, right? They come from the top of our head and they go down our spine all the way down to our tailbone, like at the back. And each chakra does different things to support us. So these cards are all different chakras and different parts of our chakra. And what I call them is they're me cards, right? Me, you, me. So me, M-E, stands for my experience. Because remember earlier, I was talking about our soul is here to have all different experiences. And your experience might be different than my experience, but your soul knows what it wants to experience. And a lot of times we're not sure. We're just here to experience it. So I'm tuning in once again. Oh, one fell out. Okay. So the card we got is the Grateful Me card. So my experience being grateful. So first, you can see it says chakra 7, and it's like a pink color. So chakra 7 is our crown chakra. It's right up here at the top of our heads. And this chakra, I'm going to read to you what this chakra means, but I think everyone understands what grateful is. I'm going to read to you. You understand and appreciate the immense love and support all around you. So we're always being supported. We have support from our guardians, from our spirit guides, from nature, from the people in our lives, so many different ways to be supported. And this card is connecting with the grateful part of us. Okay? So if you just tune into this card for a minute, and I'm going to read this one more time. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes if you want. You could put your hand on your heart again and just listen to my words. You understand and appreciate the immense love and support all around you with your grateful me. Right. So, how does that feel? First, we have I am truth, and then we have with our grateful me. So, the last deck of cards, these are the adventure energy cards. So, more energy. We just talked about chakras and their energy, but this one is these cards are a little more action based. And they're actually broken up into 3 different areas: mindfulness, healing, and creating. So we'll see which one comes up for us. So I'm tuning in again, and you can tune in with me. Which card do we need today? And I also like to just imagine that I'm opening my heart to my energy of my heart. And sometimes I'll just say I'm open to receiving the card, the message that I need today to support me in my soul adventure. Let's see what one comes. Okay. Okay. So we got the card. It says shifting. If you can't read it because it's in a written script, that says shifting, right? Shifting. And shifting is a healing energy because it's green. The green cards in the adventure energy cards are the healing cards. So shifting, what that might mean, it means different things to different people. But for me, what it means is that I'm shifting. You know, when you shift yourself, you might shift your energy in your chair so you feel more comfortable, or you might shift the way you think about something. Maybe you're looking at it from a way that feels not so good. Maybe you feel sad, and then you shift your energy so you can feel happy. Shifting. So what does shifting mean to you? There's no explanation for this one. This one is just connecting with the word. So we have 3 cards now, and I'm going to hold them up again. And what we're going to do is you're going to create your powerful mantra. So whoever's watching this may have a different ending because your intuition, your soul's wisdom is going to tell you something. It's going to give you a vision or a phrase. So when we put these 3 cards together, we say, I am truth with my grateful me, therefore I am shifting. And then we listen to what comes after shifting. Okay, so take a breath if you'd like. I am truth with my grateful me. Therefore, I am shifting. And listen. Maybe you hear something. Maybe you see something. Maybe something just pops in your mind. Whatever it is, don't judge it. Just put it together. And you can write this down. I am truth. I'm going to write it in the chat right now. I am truth with my grateful me. Therefore, I am shifting. And whatever comes up for you after shifting, that's your soul's wisdom. That's your intuition. That's the end of your message. And like I said, you might see a visual, you might hear a word or a couple words. And what I heard was, I am shifting into a new season. So we just had, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, we just moved into spring. And for those of us in the Southern Hemisphere, we just moved into autumn. So what came up for me is that I'm shifting. So right now, we just had our spring or fall equinox, which means the changing of the seasons. And I feel very grateful for that because I'm shifting into a spring season where it's getting warmer, the trees are starting to bud, the birds are starting to come out, and I feel very grateful for that. So that's what I heard in my head. That's what popped up for me. And I also saw a little vision. You're going to hear something probably different or maybe the same, but it's up. If you don't hear anything, just try again. And don't think about it, because this isn't for your thinking mind. This is for your feeling, your sensing, your intuition, your soul's wisdom to come through. And if you don't get anything right away, that's okay. You can just write those things down and maybe it'll come later for you. But the point of it is that this is creating a powerful mantra that you can use and remind yourself, I am truth. I am in touch with the true nature of my soul and the world around me, with my grateful me. This is our crown chakra. This is the chakra that connects us to divine source, to guidance, to visioning, to our collective oneness. And so this is our connection to source, to love. And then we're shifting. And shifting is a healing energy, a heart energy. So this is the Soul Adventure game. This is just one way to play it. And I wanted to introduce it to you so that you can use these cards when we play. And next time we'll have something different and I'll show you a different way to use the cards, another way to play. We'll do different things. It's going to be fun. And what you can do also, final thing, is that once you get your mantra, your affirmation, your message, I am truth with my grateful me, therefore I'm shifting, and I got shifting into spring, but you might get something else. Then you can ask your soul's wisdom, your intuition, by taking another breath. You could put your hand on your heart. And you can ask yourself, what action step can I take? What inspired action step can I take? So what I get is to go for a walk in nature. Go for a walk in nature and just connect to spring, to the spirit of spring, to the energy of spring. And that's what I get. But you may get something else. You probably will, because you're probably not going to get the same thing as I got, because we're all different. So you listen and you might get a message to do something. And you can write that down as well. And if you do it, awesome. If you don't, that's okay too. No problem. But it's just giving you a little, your soul is giving you a little nudge to take an action that's going to be good for you. So for me, I know going for a walk in nature is definitely going to be good for me because I love nature and I'm inside a lot. And when I'm outside in nature, it just feels so good. And I feel very connected to my truth and to my soul, and to the world around me. So this message really feels good for me. And I hope it feels good for you as well. So this is the Soul Adventure game. It's to help us to connect to our truth, to our energy, to our magic, to transform, to help us to feel positive and help us to answer questions and stay connected. Because when we are connected to our truth and to our soul, and we are connected to our magic. So this is the end of our session today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really look forward to seeing you next time, next month, for another Soul Adventure game session. Thank you so much. Bye.